What is going on, y'all? It's your boy VeLL, and we are back with another Mobile Legends video. Now, we know the new hero Silvanna is going to be coming out soon, so I wanted to make a top 5 best fighter heroes that's currently in Mobile Legends right now. I wanted to make a list for that before the new hero Silvanna is released, because obviously she's going to change things a lot. So yeah, I wanted to make this video before she's released for that reason. As always, make sure you drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Mobile Legends news, tips and tricks, top 5, stuff like that, drama, everything. We just cover a bunch of random, interesting Mobile Legends content, basically. So yeah, in the comments section, what I want you all to do is write your list. Now, let me tell you the criteria for this list right now. So all of these heroes on this list are very, very good for solo. You can solo carry games, solo carry yourself to Mythic with every single hero on this list. But at the same time, in a team setting, all of these heroes are very, very good and can help the team out a lot as well. So these are basically just the overall best heroes in the fighter category right now in Mobile Legends. So if you master any one of these heroes, you're going to be really, really good, and you're going to have a great chance of hitting Mythic if you're not at Mythic, and you're going to be able to perform well in Mythic if you're using one of these heroes. So with that being said, let's see if we can get this video to 1,000 likes. The next top 5 best heroes video is going to be coming at 1,000 likes. And let me know in the comment section, what is the next top 5? What should that be? The next top 5, 10, 15, whatever. Let me know in the comment section, what do you want to see next? Maybe it's fighters, I mean not fighters, but maybe it's mages, marksmen, tanks, whatever. Let me know. But anyway, without further ado, let's actually jump into the video and talk about these heroes. So the first hero we're going to talk about is Leomord. Now, Leomord is getting a very, very good reputation, obviously because of what Basic did when he 4v5 one of the top teams in North America. Even though Chou is being talked about a lot in not the greatest way right now, Leomord is still, as he stands, one of the best solo laners in Mobile Legends. He's a very, very powerful solo lane hero. And honestly, he was the first solo lane hero that I actually used to carry myself to Mythic. So when I soloed to Mythic for the very first time ever, Leomord was who I used to do it, and he's still just as valuable now as he was, like, that was like 2-3 seasons ago or whatever. So yeah, so Leomord is very, very good. If all you have to do is master him. I currently use a rival on him. The reason that I use a rival is because when you play in the solo lane, your basically your job is just to push the towers as much as you can, put a lot of pressure. So you're going to be pushing towers, you're going to be invading onto the enemy's jungle, trying to take their little minions, trying to take their monsters out of the jungle, and basically just harassing a lot. So he's really, really good at that. But also, if your team needs help, you have to be able to hit that arrival and get to that lane that you're needed in. So you're also able to use arrival to go and help your team, or you can use arrival. You can push up your lane, take that tower down, then instantly push all the way to the other side of the map, use an arrival, and that way all the enemies will be going where you just took that tower down, and you can juke them with arrival and go and push up a completely different lane on the opposite side of the map, which is going to leave the enemies behind, and it's kind of going to leave them like kind of scavenging back and forth trying to figure out where to go. So arrival is very, very good for outplaying the enemies. But next we have Thamuz. Thamuz is another one of the best heroes in the fighter class when it comes to Mobile Legends. And the reason that he's so good is because of his tankiness. I think early game, he's one of the few heroes early game where by himself, he can tower dive you and it's going to be a problem, because he can actually take those tower hits, and if you're trying to deal damage at him, he can take hits from you too, and that's also just during the early game. His first ability gives him easy or decent range. He can also jump on you, and then he has these speed ups that allows him to chase people down, like even before he gets his ultimate. Now with his ultimate, it's just a different story. He's very, very hard to take out when he gets his ultimate, and then when you build some items and get some decent items on him, he becomes even more of a tank. So he's one of the most tanky side laners that you could possibly go for, and he's still one of the fastest. He has the most, he still gives some of the most value as well. So he can push lanes super fast. He also has an ability that extends and rolls into a ball. If you've never played him before, he has an ability that spins, rolls into a ball, and it can actually pull minions from under a turret towards him. That way you can farm very fast, and you can still keep your pace up to basically up to the standards of everybody else who's roaming around farming and stuff like that. So he's very fast farming. Also, I throw a rival on him. I don't know if I said that. I throw a rival on him as well. That way you can still do the same outplays as you can do with Leomord, but he's even more useful in team fights, especially in solo games. I noticed that a lot of times people don't like to go for the tanks. So if you're not using a tank, this is a very, very good solo laner to use, because you can solo carry the game with him, and you can also help in team fights and take the role of the tank. If you actually get the time to get fed and get all your items, you can be the tank for your team if you build him correctly. So yeah, I mean, Thamuz is a very, very strong hero. Let me know what you all think about him in the comment section down below. But next, this hero is in a class of his own. Absolutely no hero, no side laner compares to him right now just yet, but X.Borg. X.Borg is one of the strongest heroes, period, in Mobile Legends. He is a side laner. He specializes in the side lane, of course, but he can be used as a mid laner. That's just how powerful he is. He can take on the mid laners in the game. He can roam and gank very, very easily. And on him, I like to play him in a solo lane, actually, and I also use a rival on him. Like, what you'll notice is most of the time as a solo laner, I use a rival. And the reason that you use a rival as a solo laner most of the time is because you do want to push your towers a lot. You do want to catch the enemies off guard, and then you want to go and help your team when they need your help as well. And a rival just gets you to the team fight super fast. Even if you just finish, like, you can literally just take down a tower, then use a rival and jump to where your team is and just get right into the fight after you take a tower down. And it's like no way that the enemies can actually keep up with that. So X.Borg, obviously you want to use that first ability to constantly just burst everything down, your second ability to grab people, bring them closer, or to, yeah, like surround people and bring them closer to you. And then you have to know when to use your ultimate and just use that what's it, last insanity. It does so much damage. It's completely unfair. One thing that I don't do too much with it that you do want to do is make sure in certain situations you actually hit your ultimate before it's time for it to explode. I have a bad habit of just literally trying to use my ultimate on people and not pressing the button early so it goes off early. I'll literally just get onto people and let it go off whenever it's going to go off, and I kind of miss damage sometimes like that. So you have to know when you can use your ultimate and do it that way, or when you have to press the button to get the most value. So that's some of the tricks that you have to work on with him. Like I said, even I'm not the best at that. So X.Borg can be very, very valuable, and he is in a class of his own. Once you master him, there's really not many heroes who can stand against him. Like, even crowd control doesn't really work against him. So all people can really do is try to wait for him to use his ultimate, or try to get his shield down so his ultimate is gone, and then get him. But even when you get fed, you're gonna have even more shields and stuff, because you're going to be able to revive yourself. When you revive, you're going to revive with shields and stuff, so that immortality is going to be huge on him. But anyway, next we have Chou. Now, obviously Chou is going to make every single list every time we're talking about one of the best fighters in Mobile Legends. He's a hybrid. He's another one like Thamuz, where he's super, super tanky. Actually, the last three have been tanky. Thamuz, X.Borg, and Chou are all tanky. And he can actually be built as a tank and played as a tank, and he's really good. As we saw, if you watched M1, Donkey was absolutely insane. He was able to go up against 5 people. 5 people dove him multiple times throughout that series, and they could barely even do a scratch on him, put a scratch on him. They almost got him killed a few times, but then just flicker out and teleport out, and it's like not really much that they can really do, like, because he's so tanky. So honestly, Chou becomes so tanky where it's almost not even worth it to try and challenge him. Like, it's just a waste of time trying to damage him and put all those resources into stopping him, and that's how tanky he can be if you play him as a tank. But what's most common with Chou is actually playing him as a damage dealer, which he's just as powerful doing that. He is a little bit more squishy, so you do have to be careful. You have to time your abilities right. But if you do master him, he's very, very good at taking towers. He can take towers in like 5 hits or something. It's insane. He takes towers very fast. And actually, I don't use a rival on him. I use flicker on him still. I still think it's much more valuable to be able to flicker on somebody and kick them out to your team, more so than just using a rival on him. So he's one of the few solo laners that I don't like a rival on, but I see people who use a rival on him. And if you're really, really good with them, where you don't need that flicker and you can just make the right decisions and stuff, then yeah, you can use a rival on him as well. But yeah, last but not least, we're going to be talking about Guinevere. Guinevere is one of the strongest heroes if there's no counter for her. So if the enemy team has a Diggy, she can be a little bit more useless, but even still, if you wait out Diggy's ultimate, or somebody who's countering her, wait out their ultimate, wait out their purifies and stuff like that, or force them to use their purify, then she can be an absolutely insane hero. Like, she jumping out of nowhere, it's just really, really annoying having her jump out of nowhere and hit you with an ultimate where you can't move. And yeah, it's just really not even fair. So once you master Guinevere, she can literally just wipe whole teams. Like, if during the middle of a team fight, if you jump out of nowhere and jump on the whole team, you can literally damage the whole team and set your team up to get free kills, because they won't be able to move during that time that you're ulting all of them. So when you master her timings and her rotations and where you should be attacking from, when you really master all those things, which I don't really use this hero that much, but I still know the value of that hero. But once you master those things, she can be an unstoppable hero in Mobile Legends. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Let me see your list down below in the comment section as well. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are new for more Mobile Legends content, and I will catch you all on the next one, fam. Peace out, yo.
I don't know nobody, so don't ask for no favors. Don't ask for no paper, they leave when you losing, but they coming back later. Promise they coming back later. I'm up now, she wanna